What? Why would you do this to your face? We own that face.
I told her slam dancing and jumping around, and he's like, but why?
How do you slam with your girlfriend who you were in love with?
You guys know Systems of a Down? Or?
Yeah.
I remember when Shavo just started, and Shavo gave me an 8-track cassette. And I said, here's my demo, check it out. And I used to talk to Shavo all the time until he turned big time. Shavo, where are you now? He's somewhere, but he turned big time on me, asking me to do something for my movie stuff. Unfortunately, you gotta do it for manager. That's right.
Dude, I remember when Corin was blowing up, and you're like, dude, nobody knew at that point. You're like, this is the band. You're like, I would like to represent these guys. You called that one. All right, which side are we on now? That side over there. Linda.
It's cool, actually. You probably forgot you did it for like an hour.
Mr. Frank, I just wanted to tell you thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't get into fighting and working out and stuff like that. So thank you.
I want to get it straight with the fitness 2013 tip. It's not just to get chiseled and get cuts, feel better about yourself and watch what we eat a little bit. And little by little, it's not just overnight, you know what I mean? So that's why I posted. I really posted just to remind myself. I know I got to post something, like I had to hit the gym, so I got to post to everybody. Everyone's watching me. And I know yesterday I had like 2 Cokes or whatever because I was speaking of sugar. People were like, hey man, it's fitness. It was 2013, you should be drinking Coke. I didn't eat it all yesterday, but yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad you're working out, and I'm glad you're training, and that's why you're Superman. Narvy's just running out of gifts. That's not true. We have more of that. Yeah, okay. You're welcome.
Yes, Jason did. Last time I met you in Boston Autocon, which was an honor to meet you that first time. And I was wondering, besides the Green
Ranger. Autocon. Where's Autocon representative here? Where's Jen? Where's she from Autocon? There you are, Autocon. She runs Autocon. I'll be doing the Las Vegas show. So that's going to be in January. It's going to be awesome. First time Otacon's there. But to be honest, that's where, you know, everything started happening was Otacon. Everything just blew up over there. Fans were great. I got a Red Bull sponsorship thanks to you at that time. You threw my can up. Had everyone.
Does Otacon like move around?
Baltimore the first time in.
Oh, you've been in Baltimore, and this time you're going to be in Vegas.
Yeah, we've done East Coast for 20 years, and now we're
I know you went up there, sorry to cut you off. I'm looking at the guy with the Morphin on the shoulder. Is that like stand up, is it you? The only one with the Morphin. Is that like a WWE thing, like you throw it over the shoulder? Like,
it's Morphin time! Triple H!
Big guys.
hey, I like that though, man. That's kind of like, hey, check this out. I'm about to morph right now. I'm pretty morphers, and we're about to go. That's pretty awesome. Sorry, continue. So he's with Otacon.
Glad to meet you on Autocon. And I was wondering, like, so you like being the Green Ranger, and you did for other seasons. What other seasons did you really enjoy? Like, I like the Green Ranger, and I like you being Oliver. And what was your other?
Well, I think, you know, working with my brother and, you know, on the show Theo, he played David Trueheart. And what I like about that is that he was my brother, he passed away, and I think about him all the time. But he's a tough guy. And there's 2 things I always remember about my brother is that he was a outgoing, easy, acting so easy. You gotta, you know, all you gotta do, you know, you say that, and then action. Hey, tell me. And then, and cut. I'm like, dude, why do you talk like that? Sweating, you know, and that's what happens when I say, hey, do this for my Facebook. They're like, bam, we love you. And we're gonna say the same thing. I'm just happy to see you. And so he had that acting voice. And then another thing, he was so tough, man. He was a fighter. I've never seen my brother lose. But I seen him sit there with his little girl and, you know, just braid her hair.
This side.
20 years, Jason. In your respective fields, Mr. Narvy works on acting, and Mr. David Frank on martial arts, fighting, martial arts and television. Back 20 years ago, it was real golden age, certainly, martial arts and television. Where do you see it now, 20 years later?
martial arts on TV.
And in general acting, since you're in the professional stage.
You know, I will say this real quickly. Training young actors, I've noticed there's now a saying. There's now a saying they have out there. That is, there's a lot of schools that specialize in teaching young actors how to act in the Disney fashion. Yeah, there's a Disney school of acting. My name is Stellar Adler, Dave Strasberg, and Stanislavski. And now,
I should read it sometime.
and now they teach you, train them how Disney likes their actors to be. So that worked out well for
Crazy,
Hannah
they cut their
Montana.
hair, hit people. Who's that? Yeah, Miley Cyrus, whatever.
Miley Cyrus.
My little girl sees her, you know, she looks up to this girl, and next thing she's like, grinding guys, her hair, and my little girl's like, that's very Miley Cyrus.
How do you feel about it? As father of a young daughter, how do you feel about that?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, I know how you guys feel. You know, when girls come up like, "You're my first crush," because like I want to punch her first crush. And you know, I watch her and I see her. And one time she was watching The Wizard of
Waverly Place?
Waverly Place.
And so they lost their powers in one
Yeah.
episode. And she was almost in tears. And I thought about how the Green Ranger lost the powers. And how powerful everyone said that the parents were calling, my kids aren't eating, you need to bring this guy back. I was on Hero Troopers, and it was very dangerous. I don't know what to do. And I realized at that point, like, wow, you know what I mean? Like I understand what it means when you guys come up, and I understand how we take you back in time. And what I love about seeing about you guys is that we are, you know, we're all tough, but you know, we got like a sensitive side, and you guys are like, what's up? And you come up and they're like, you know, nah, dude. It's like, I don't care. And they're telling their girlfriend, yo, you know, and all this other stuff.
You know, we need something to look up to. You know, that's it. As human beings, we need to see. You know, we need to believe that there is something bigger, and there are people that you know have attributes that we want to have. We need those role models. We need them. You know, that's what superheroes do. And it's a strange place for all performers when they have to be both hero, which means the person people look up to, and still a working professional, which is, you know, market-based. It's a strange market we're in.
So and the karate is all back 20 years ago. It was a lot different than it is now. Anyone can do karate, you know? For real. Just stunned up.
Yeah, it wasn't because of you that I started Taekwondo on Black Belt.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man.
Not Linda.
Thank you, Linda. You are defined by what you are not, and you acknowledge that. Linda.
Just first, like, I've been to a lot of panels the last 3 days, and this is by far the most fun I've had, so thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
We love
We have
making people
fun.
laugh, though.
Yeah, we're cooped up in hotel rooms the whole time, then we come out here, we get to play with old friends. I mean, come on, man. It's better than playing ball, isn't it?
You did it.
Yes, first, and, I'm an English minor. I'm a junior in college. I'm an English minor, specializing in Shakespeare. So
Yeah,
I
baby.
love that you see Shakespeare.
Yeah, we'll talk about Shakespeare till we're blue in the face, but...
My
heard some people like, no, I'm leaving Shakespeare, what was your favorite play? You know, I really like Hamlet. I think he's a rapscallion. I like the way he dresses. Well, any Hamlet cosplayers here today?
I almost came to Ophelia, I'm just saying, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, when you filmed this original series, when I was a kid, the Zords were like the greatest thing I've ever seen. But I'm imagining that wasn't that much fun to film because you weren't in these Zords. So were you kind of upset when you saw the finished product? You're like, oh, look at how much fun they look like they're having. I'm sitting in the studio. Like,
That was a Japanese. See, we bought the show and it was all Japanese pre-filmed, and so they would take the footage and cut it with American actors and stuff like that. So we would watch some of the Japanese footage, and I remember the Green Ranger, you know, died, and I was like, "That's so cool." You know, I was only hired for 10 episodes, so I'm thinking how they're gonna take me out. You know what I mean? And
Well, that was great too, because they didn't even know that he came, first of all, because they basically started writing and filming, and then before they finished watching all the footage, and then watch the footage and went, there's a green one. So they hired him, and then they're like, oh God, he died.
That's true. So yeah, we mostly spend most of our time with the helmets off and stuff like that, matching footage.
Well, it's
Finding out.
Series 1, they didn't even let you take the helmets off. They would not let you take the helmets off while you were in costume at
Yeah,
first.
yeah, but that's so they probably never wore the costume.
Yeah. I do have to say for the record, I was in the Megazord once. I did come in the Megazord. Did you know that?
Did you all know that?
Yeah, that was cool because it was Christmas Eve the first year. They put Bulk and Skull in a fantasy sequence in the Megazord.
Yeah, I remember
And they wrecked it! That was Christmas Eve. They'll flash out before Christmas. So.
Stegosaurus!
Thank you,
Stegosaurus!
Mount
I
Linda.
didn't know that.
Boom.
Okay.
I like your hair, by the way.
First off, it's
Like
great
the hair,
to
dude.
great to you here on Power Rangers.
Thank you.
Anyway, my question is, well, I have two questions.
Only one prize.
First question is, when do you think the Metal War will come out?
I think my episode, just in general, I think would air probably March, maybe somewhere in that area. I'm guessing. That's just a guess.
Yeah.
Let's ask Jack. Jack? Alright, thanks. Jack.
Jack in Boston, New York.
They're like, get him! Get him! That's why he's standing in the back
That's
of
very
the
loud over there, guys. Is that frightening? Look at that! Oh, you said you had two questions.
Yeah, second question. Whatever happened to Scorpina?
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's down on 42nd Street.
That's New Yorker's laugh, yeah. Hey, it's on 42nd Street, let me tell you. She's Spike's mom. Don't forget it. You don't know. She's back at the Skull's house, having empty nest syndrome.
Do you think she has any relation to Sharkina from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy?
I'm not too sure, man. I bet you these guys will know, though. They know a lot more about Power Rangers. Stop watching after the real Power Rangers were on. She had a toy, like every time she watched Power Rangers before United, she'd watch it, like, Daddy, Power Rangers. I'm like, no, baby, that's not Power Rangers. That's not what she would watch my seasons, right?
It's like a kid going to meet Santa Claus. Yeah. Santa Claus. No, you didn't.
Well, I had to train her the right way. And she had a toy, I think it was from a different season. She's like, Daddy, Power Rangers. Yes. And had to give her she saw a toy from like the SPD or whatever, and I said, yeah, that's my toy, baby. She's like, it is? When'd you use it? I was like, I don't know why. Oh, what time is the Q&A, just so I know? I got
Yeah, where's our time?
It's about 10 or 11:45.
Okay, gotcha.
You got 15
So
minutes.
just make sure when we do, I don't want to cut
Make
people
it
off.
longer.
We'll figure it out here. We'll talk a little quicker there.
Yeah, or we can do a lightning round if we want.
Yes, no, yes, no.
Here we go.
Hi, my name's Casey.
Hi, what?
Casey.
Casey, and then there's another Jason, we're going to have to kill him.
I have a question for Jason David Frank. See, you might have answered it a little just now. I think before you said one of your favorite seasons, besides the ones you were in, obviously, was Time Force. So, how do you feel about like the last two seasons?
What's your question again? Time Force. No, honestly, I didn't mean, go ahead. I'll listen very carefully. I have ADD now, I'm drinking a Red Bull. I just heard Time Force. I wasn't in Time Force.
Yeah, so he turned red. Time Force.
Time Force, too scared of it. Go ahead.
I said, did you say that was one of your favorites besides the ones you
Oh,
were in?
one of my favorites besides the one I was in. Well, I mean, honestly, I'd probably say Navy Force because I worked on it and I know the guys, but other than that, I really didn't really follow on, keep up with it and stuff like that. So I'd probably just say Navy Force. I mean, I went there, I got a chance to see all